upcoming presidential election just around the corner, we are being presented with lots of information and messages through channels such as TV, radio, news, magazines, and internet. These are all forms of mass communication. Gathering enough information to make any decision is absolutely vital, especially in this case, because accepting channels of mass communication and those messages that they're sending as fact can be very, very dangerous. On page 4 of the textbook, mass communication is denoted as the communication from one source to many receivers. Therefore, by definition, receivers are listeners only. For this reason, it's extremely important to be able to practice an adequate balance of non-judgmental and critical thinking as outlined in Chapter 4. Because we cannot be active listeners, we cannot ask questions, we are often sometimes taught to accept the information as unquestionable or fact. This is very dangerous. These messages are often using mass communication as just one source of information can be dangerous because you do need more sources. Often the information being presented is just opinion or not even fact-based. Dennis McQuail is a respected communications theorist as well as an emeritus professor at the University of Amsterdam. In his publication titled The Influence and Effects of Mass Communication, he outlines the 5 major purposes of mass communication. The first is to direct attention to a problem, solution, or person in favor of those in control of the media. The second is to confirm the status or legitimacy of someone or something. The third purpose is to persuade or mobilize a group of people, and we're seeing this again in the upcoming election. The fourth purpose is to present publics and bring them into being as well as maintain them. So an example of this might be in the media we are seeing a lot of information about shootings that are happening, which might then affect our stance on gun control. The fifth purpose is to offer reward or gratification to the receivers. Dr. McQuail summarizes saying, in general, mass media are very cost-effective as a means of communication in society. They are also fast, flexible, and relatively easy to plan and control. Because these messages are being sent to us so frequently, critical thinking is absolutely imperative. We cannot allow ourselves to be controlled by the media and the mass communication that we're seeing. We need to remember not to be easily influenced and to ask questions and seek outside sources so that we are not in turn presenting wrong information. Being that we live in the age of information, we have to take advantage of that. We have to take advantage of all of the resources that we have in order to formulate an adequate opinion or stance, or even to back up your vote for a presidential candidate. So it's very important to remain open-minded, recognize the fallacies, and then, of course, gather the new information. Thank you for listening. I hope that everyone has a happy 4th of July.